Fed came out with their minutes. We had an initial rip your face off rally out of 200, 250 points on the Dow, and then ended up closing, I think, down about $1.50. So all over the place. Which usually happens right after the Fed minutes come out, especially those which were widely anticipated and everybody wanted to read those. It was bullish. I got to be honest with you. It was bullish for the economy, obviously. I think, and one of the reasons we're up to date, let me skip to this, is one of the Fed lieutenants, as I briefed, after the Fed minutes came out yesterday, the rest of the week, today, where's Thursday? Here we go. There's one of the Fed lieutenants, Bostic, and then three of them tomorrow, Dudley, Messer, and Williams. But Bullard was on, I think it was CNBC this morning, and he came out and said, hey, everything needs to be absolutely perfect in the economy, really, really, really hitting on all cylinders to get 4 increases in 2018. That is what is really bullish. That's one of the reasons the market's really having another strong rally today. Is not only did we digest the minutes from yesterday, which is bullish. The Fed's essentially saying, and this is why we looked at this the other day, that this is the key word here. If the Fed is raising interest rates with confidence, kind of saying, hey, we're at near full employment, GDP's cooking, inflation is a little bit of a concern, so let's raise some interest rates. That's all good, folks. If you look at page 1 of This is a Great Economy 101, it would be this economy. So, of course, the Fed needs to start dialing up interest rates. I got to be honest with you, I think they might be a little bit behind the power curve and probably should have gotten airborne already. So now the market was pricing in my opinion, 4 for this year. So Bullard coming out and kind of saying, 3 most likely, but maybe 4 if we're really hitting on all cylinders. Very bullish for the market. And as I predicted, after this orderly destruction of all the short vol traders and this nice bounce back, this 50-day is I predicted for a week and a half. It's been the half a week, and I think next week we'll continue to go through the 50-day, underneath it, through it, until we get our next leg up. And I think the next leg's going to be up. I don't believe the technical analysis folks who think this is like some mega dead cat bounce and we're going to retest the lows. Based on what? Just technical analysis. We all know, since we're smart and we're listening to the SITREP, this wasn't a fundamental sell-off. This was a short, all the the $8 billion of short vol folks who got absolutely obliterated. Not sorry. That's the danger with that type of trade. But this was a great opportunity to, first of all, play with volatility in our members, but also to add to our solid Jan 20s, like a Brazil, a China, a Raytheon, an MGM, an Amazon. Well, speaking of Amazon, for our members, so on Monday we did a joint primary live trade brief and weekly options. We threw on a trade that expires tomorrow, a weekly options trade on Amazon, the 1442.5 bull put spread at 63 cents. That was risking 56 to potentially make $1,900. Right now, that trade, wow, it's already down here at 13. So that's $1,500. That's a $1,500 gain in 2.5 days. So if you're in here, I'd probably, what's that, that's about an 85% gain. 85% gain in 2.5 days. Folks, take that, like the guy in the song said, now it's at 12 cents. Go on, take the money and run. So that's about a little over $1,500 in 2.5 days. So we'll talk about that and analyze your trade at 1 o'clock for our members, but great weekly options trade on that one. And we also have a short vol trade that is expiring tomorrow on VXX, a bear call spread. Was it the 40, 43, 44, something like that? So this is a good-looking trade as well. And we have another trade that expires tomorrow, a WYNN iron condor, going right between the uprights here. We had a 170 bear call spread and a 157.5, 155 bull put spread. That's going to be about a $3,500 gain in 2 weeks. Actually, it's a $4,500 gain because we also had a bull put spread on right here because I predicted after the news broke about the skipper being a potential Harvey Weinstein, I said the only good news that's going to come out of this is when, not if, Steve Wynn resigns. put that trade on right here. Day and a half later, he resigned. We got a good one. We made $1,000 in a day. So our win trades should make by tomorrow's close $4,500 in a couple weeks. So we're having a blast here at Top Gun Options. We've talked for a while about this, but when the Wall Street Journal has a headline like this, why was Facebook so easy to hijack? Done. That's dead money. You're dead to me, Fredo. I'd be in Amazon. I'm out of Apple too. I made the decision tomorrow to just I'm done. They're really starting to show some declining sales in Asia, and that's usually what analysts point to is it could be soft in the U.S. Asia. Well, Asia ain't looking so tight for Apple anymore. And we also talked about yesterday, made the call to finally, GE's a sinking ship, get out of it. How Jeffrey Immelt's Success Theater masked the rot at GE. So they pulled the wool over my eyes. I thought GE would be a good buy down there at 15 when it was skimming along 17.5. So it was skimming along the treetops. It looked like it had made a bottom. So here we go. Flying right into the dirt, skimmed along the treetops. We got in right about here. Had a nice pop. I thought I was a genius. And then it imploded. Earnings, I think even analysts didn't even know that the analysts that cover GE didn't even know that they still had GE capital. It's over with. I bail out of that and redeploy my capital into other Jan 20s like our Raytheon position. That is the gift that keeps on giving. When we get in a Raytheon, back here, right around there in the fall. Beginning of November. Look at that run we've had in Raytheon, and we've been trading bull puts spreads on this thing in addition to our Jan 20. I think we have over $20,000 in gains in one position, just in Raytheon. And we're probably running out of airspeed and due for a little bit of a flat here, just kind of like this. Nice rip your face off, back to the middle of this Keltner channel, rip your face off. This is the trend that it does. Nice little run back, but the trend is your friend. The defense stocks, in particular Raytheon, is a screaming buy even up here at that altitude. So great time here at TGO. I'm going to see my members here in about an hour and a half at 1 p.m. Eastern for Analyze Your Trade. We'll take a look at we'll take a look at that WYNN Iron Condor and how that's looking, and also we'll take a look at some volatility and some other positions as well. Okay, have a great rest of your day. I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock. Otherwise, I'll see many of you who aren't members tomorrow for our Friday market wrap up. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.